Here's a little short snippet of the newest edition. Yesterday afternoon, I went to check on my chickens, and this hen was in there she was in the laying box, and she was laying on 5 eggs that were laid yesterday. So in my laying boxes, you might be able to kind of see the piece of cardboard up behind her backside that goes across the bottom and up to the front edge. That piece of cardboard was in the original laying box. A good friend of mine, Karen, taught me that trick, and she said, then you take the bird out of the laying box and put her in a box. Then you move the nest, cardboard and all, into another box and move her over onto her own. I had built this little, I call it my He-Man cave. It's a little 2-foot by 4-foot cage that I built for a previous rooster because it got to be where he couldn't stay with the girls. And so I put some water and feed out for her, and she'll stay in there with the chicks till they hatch and until they just start to come out with feathers. And then I'll go in and reintroduce them to the rest of the girls in the chicken tractor. So you can kind of see here through the screen. I don't want to disturb her because it's her first day in there. I've got it covered up with a blanket, and I cover that up at night to keep them dry and keep the wind off of her. And she should spend most of her time just sitting on that box until the chicks hatch. So far, it looks like she's going to be a good mama. We'll find out going forward. Just to kind of give you another look-see around the property. This is looking back out over what I call my food forest. I've got nut trees and fruit trees planted. I've got a grape arbor with grapes and blackberries that I've planted. And then that goes back over to the chicken tractor. And then I've got a little you can hardly see them there, but right there in the middle in front of that shadow of that big tree are some sour orange plants. And then coming back around here, that's the sheepfold that I'm putting together because I'm in the process of getting sheep. I'll have to have a little bit more land before I can have calves on the property. So if you're wondering why I'm getting sheep and not cows, it's because I don't have enough land yet. That's why it's skippingcalvesfarms.com. And then there's some of my beehives, and then I've got some other hives over there by the garden I've got there for pollination. So that's kind of what it looks like on the place this morning. And Mom was really kind of upset last night when she got moved, and she got kind of vocal, but it looks like she's settling down and doing okay. And I don't know if you can see her here. My sidekick. What you doing, Miss Lucy? What you doing, Miss Lucy? You just making sure everything's okay, aren't you? You just making sure everything's okay. And things are kind of cluttered because I don't have much storage space. I got everything I own inside a semi, so that's where we're starting from, and that's where we're at for now. Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise, we won't have to stay there. But hopefully you enjoyed this little video on my broody hen. I hope y'all have a blessed day.